More Redbirds scored 56 points in the first half against Galesburg. Playing up in Geneseo, Tyler Mason for 3. And how about the Iowa Hawkeye recruit Cooper Koch, the spin and slam. Later, Matthew Zobrist throws it up. Cooper Koch is going to throw it down. Redbirds roll. Hello, 81-33. Up next, Metamora will play Peoria High. Danny Green's alma mater, huh? Rico Jackson for 3 for Peoria High. Later, TJ Sturdivant. Peoria High is playing a whole lot better, and they'll get a shot at Metamora Friday night. To the Limestone 3A Regional, Peoria Richwoods all over East Peoria. The Knights scored the first 20 points. Jared Jackson skywalking for 2. Then Daquan Little's going the long way home for the reversal layup. Jackson's going to find Marlon Heron on the fast break for another finger roll for Richwoods. Then it's the big boy Lathan Somerville launching a 3. Richwoods rolls to the regional final. Up next, Morton will take on Richwoods. Morton beat Washington. They say it's hard to beat a team 3 times, but the Potters did it. Cal Boker, the senior, or the big man junior in the slam for the Potters. Andre Lewis will get to the bucket here for Washington. Kept the game close all night, but they had no answer for Gus Rugard. Rugard had 28. He banks in the corner 3 on his way to a 4-point play. 28 for Gus. Alex McKee, 3 more. Big win for the Potters. They'll play Richwoods on Friday. To Class 4A now, Normal Community Open State Tournament play at home. And with a big win over in Minooka, Connor Smith to one of their many big men, Kobe Walker, the catch and finish inside. Then it's going to be Nico Newsom on the attack for the and 1 3-point play. And the highlight of the night, Braylon Roman throws it up. Nico throws it down. Normal Community advances 53-32. Normal West playing Rock Island in game number 2, and Taylor Hoffman had a big game. He drives to the basket for 2. Later, he's been watching the NBA. He's going to throw this one off the backboard, get his own rebound and bucket, but not enough. Rock Island will play Normal Community. In Class 2A, Peoria Manual, remember they're in 2A this year, and they are dangerous, taking on Bloomington Central Catholic. Jarrell Traps, the fancy finish. Then Josh Humbles finds Traps for another fancy finish for Peoria Manual. Bloomington Central Catholic got off to a good start, hung around for 3 quarters. Charlie Graham a 3, but Manual eventually pulls away. Daniel Finley scores the bucket. Manual will play in the regional final on Friday. To the kitchen, this also Class 2A, Peoria Notre Dame taking on Normal U High. Peoria Notre Dame's big guys getting it done. Elliot Lynch rolls to the basket for the finger roll. Then Tommy Graham powers inside for 2. And how about Liam O'Neill finding Owen Dillon on the fast break? Notre Dame wins big and advances to the regional final. Up next, they'll play the winner of the El Paso Gridley Tremont game. Tremont playing well. Caleb Edwards on the attack and bucket for the Turks. Then Grant Williams will dial long distance for 3, but El Paso Gridley able to survive without Jonah Funk in this one. Cameron Schumacher scores inside, then Micah Meese on the attack. El Paso Gridley PND should be fun. Class 1A, Illini Bluffs playing at their own regional. Hanky Helvey had a terrific game, but when I was there, he was kind of a decoy. The beautiful assist to Devin White, who had 17. Then watch as he gets triple teamed. Albie throws it out to Wyatt Hendel. Hendel had 10 points and 11 rebounds, and then Jaden Washington to Toby Cooper. Cooper had 19. Albie had a double-double as well. Illini Bluffs, a big win. Princeville and Midland at the Brimfield Regional. Congratulations, by the way, to Keegan Faulkner right here at Midland. He recently became the school's all-time leading scorer. He scores a bucket right here, but Princeville puts this one away with 3s. Tayshawn Keyser to Jake Williams. Then Tucker Sennett the fast break to Joey Bosch. Princeville is a winner. Peoria Heights is playing well. They'll take on Princeville in the regional final. Their winners tonight over Low Point Washburn. DeAndre Marks gets to his mark and scores the layup. Then Barrett Marfell on the baseline blast for the Patriots. Later, it's going to be Cameron Williams dialing long distance. Peoria Heights, a winner tonight. Fieldcrest, Prairie Central winners. I got that red thing again.